Hello, I'm the Texas Troublemaker. I've got another great video for you. Today, I'm gonna tell you the best Uber and Lyft driver secrets. I'm talking about the things that are gonna give you the best chance of being successful and having a good experience as well while driving for Uber or Lyft. And we're gonna get into it right now.
You're looking for trouble? You come to the right place. You're looking for trouble? Just look right in my face.
So, if this is your first time to my channel, and it probably is for all of you because it's a brand new channel, please subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll be notified when I post another video. Subscribers mean everything to a YouTube channel. A channel wouldn't exist without its subscribers. So thank you in advance, and I'm gonna do my best never to waste your time. So since this is a brand new channel, I just want to take a minute to tell you about this channel because I do want you to subscribe. But what are you gonna get if you subscribe to this channel? I call it Texas Troublemaker. Texas because I'm in Texas. Troublemaker is because, yeah, I plan on making some trouble, but only for people, for companies that deserve trouble.
You're looking for trouble, Donovan? You aim to help me find some?
So that's why I chose the name Texas Troublemaker. Now, I'm not just gonna make trouble for people here in Texas. It can be nationwide, it can be worldwide. It doesn't matter, okay? I just happen to be in Texas. That's why I chose the name Texas Troublemaker. But I'm here to make trouble that will make things better. And I've been focused on Uber and Lyft because I've been driving for them. And there are so many ways this could be better. They're greedy, they're keeping drivers' money. They're not looking out for their drivers. They don't have the driver's interest at heart at all. The only thing they're concerned about is making more money. They're stealing from their drivers, to be quite frank. I said it in the other videos. The driver is the one who is taking all the risk. We're the one that has the expenses of operating the vehicle, paying for the gas, the maintenance, everything like that, taking the depreciation on the value of our vehicles, and we're the ones taking the risks. We're the ones that can get in an accident out there. We're the ones who are taking a risk by putting strangers in our car. We're the ones, you go a little bit over the speed limit, as we all do sometimes, and you get a $150 ticket, or maybe even more. And we're not making that much money out there. So it needs to be worth it. It needs to be worth the risk, worth the expense. We need to be able to profit from this. And we can if we can get Uber and Lyft to be fair. And that's my point and my purpose when I'm talking about Uber and Lyft. Drivers need to band together and we can make this better. So these aren't the kind of tips that a lot of the other Uber drivers are giving you out there. I'm talking about principles. I'm talking about foundational things that are gonna get you started, get you off on the right track. These are things I kind of learned as I was driving. You might want to take some notes because these are some very important principles that you really are gonna want to remember. Number one, you are a business owner. That is really key to everything that I'm going to talk about today. You are not an employee. You do not work for Uber. You do not work for Lyft. You are not a servant to the people that you're driving. Now, it is a service position and you want to give good service to your passengers, but you are not their servant. And by that, I mean they don't have the right to talk down to you, to order you to do anything. And I'll get into that. But I want you to first understand the concept that you are a business owner. As a business owner, you are the boss. You are the CEO of your car. No one has the right to tell you what to do with your car. Not Uber, not Lyft, not the passengers. Again, you want to give good service to your passengers, but you define what that means. Obviously, the main thing is you want to get that passenger safely from point A to point B. That's the main purpose of your job. Getting those passengers safely from point A to point B. Now, anything beyond that is kind of on you. Now, I personally think that you want to make them as comfortable as possible. And by that, I mean, first of all, if you're in hot weather, you should have a working air conditioner in your car. If you're in cold weather, you should have working heat. And that's gonna make them comfortable. You want to keep your car clean. But beyond that, They have no rights in your car. It's a privilege for them to be riding in your car. And it's a privilege that only you, as the owner of that car, can grant them. And you have the right to revoke that privilege at any time. Let me give you some background on what I've experienced. I've actually had a pretty good time of driving for Uber and Lyft. If you look at my other videos, you'll see some of the problems that I have, mostly with Uber and with Lyft, not with the passengers. I don't have a lot of problems with my passengers. There have been a couple of occasions where I've had a passenger kind of talk down to me, be rude in the sense of demanding that I turn off my radio or turn down my music. And I decided that I wouldn't do that anymore. I will turn it down. I keep it at a respectable level, but the music is kind of for me. You know, if I'm out here driving around all day, it keeps me alert, it keeps me in a good mood, that kind of thing. So the music is more for me. As long as they're polite and respectful. I have a large music collection, and I've played passenger requests. I want it to be a pleasant experience for my passenger. But as far as them demanding anything from me, the money that they pay does not include the right for them to control my music, okay? That's just not included. And this is the kind of thing that you have to decide in advance. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to accept? What are you willing to take? And when you make these decisions in advance, when the situation arises, you already know what you're gonna do, okay? And I think that makes things easier. Not just as an Uber or Lyft driver, but in life, you kind of have to decide what it is you're willing to take off of people, what it is you're willing to put up with, what it is you're willing to give, what it is you're willing to do. When it's business, you have to be able to decide how much it will take to make it worth it for you to do it. You're the boss. What will it take to make you go pick up a passenger? If they offer you $2.50, is that enough? Well, I've decided for me it's not. I also mentioned in my previous videos, I think there should be a minimum, and I think that minimum should be $5. Don't even bother me if it's not gonna pay me $5. And honestly, I'm looking for rides that are gonna pay more than that, but that would be my bottom line minimum if I had my way. So what I've decided, I get a lot of offers for rides about $4. Actually, it seems to be a lot of them that are $4.01. $4 and a penny. Now, I don't know what the significance of that penny is. That's kind of weird. But I actually have decided that the $4 point is gonna be my bottom line. If they send me an offer less than $4, I'm just not gonna accept it. You know, if I'm sitting in a parking lot, which I do sometimes, I've learned that if there's not a ride in my queue when I drop one passenger off, it's better for me to just park somewhere and wait than to drive around and waste gas. So I'll park, and if they send me something that's less than $4, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not starting my engine for less than $4.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
I'll sit there for a little while. Now, if I don't get rides, then I'm gonna go home. That's just telling me that there just isn't a demand at that time, and I'm just wasting my time sitting around out there, and I have better things to do, right? So I'm not gonna take it. But another thing that I want you to be wary of are the big money offers that they make you, because those are usually gonna take you out of the area. They're not gonna pay you $25, $30, $35, $40 to drive someplace within the city. So if they offer you $40, let's say, that ride's gonna take you so far away from your city that you're not gonna be able to get a ride that's gonna be coming back. I mean, the chances are gonna be super slim. So they only pay you one way, they don't pay you two ways. So be very wary of that, because you're gonna be driving back without a passenger at your own expense, your own gas. So I'm very wary of those. There's a balance. You have to accept the rides that are gonna keep you local. And that's one of the things I mentioned in one of my videos also. If they do take you out of the area, then they need to pay you enough to get back. So they should be paying you two ways. Uber and Lyft don't have a right to chastise me, send me these little messages to tell me I should be taking more drivers while they're taking all the money, right? Yeah, of course they would love for you to take those $2 rides while they're keeping $4 and giving you the $2, because those $4 are gonna add up for them because they're doing millions of rides a day. But that $2 is not adding up to much for you. Screw that. Screw them. I'm not doing it, and you shouldn't do it either. When we as drivers are willing to kind of stand up for ourselves, that's when we'll get better treatment. I believe it was Thomas Jefferson that said the limits of a tyrant are only based on the limitations of what the oppressed is willing to take. And I'm obviously paraphrasing there, but you get the message, right? If a company's treating you poorly and it's profitable for them, they're going to continue to treat you poorly until you say, no more, I'm not taking this anymore. I'm not going to take $2 to pick up a passenger, $3 to pick up a passenger in my car and take them anywhere. I'm not starting my engine for less than $4 or $5 or whatever you decide, right? It's your car. So when we get together on this and we stop taking this bull crap off of them, they'll do better by us. But it's gonna take us making a stand and really just kind of being strong about this. Here's the thing, you know, they have these streaks that they offer you. I was out driving yesterday and they told me I was in a streak zone. It was an $18 streak zone. All right. So now that would be the only situation where I would accept a ride that's less than $4. If I had accepted one in the streak zone and I'm trying not to break that streak and they offer me small rides like that, because I know I'm going to get that extra $18, so that's going to help make it worth it. You know, you have to be smart about this. This is a business. You want to be profitable. It's kind of tricky out there, but I do run both apps, and I think that that's a great idea for anybody. If you do both apps, you will get more rides. If you're running one app and you're waiting on passengers, that's a waste of your time, and you're not going to make a lot of money that way. When you're running both apps, it definitely increases the number of passengers. Now, I have a luxury car, and I often will turn my Lyft app to Premium or Lux only, because obviously those passengers pay quite a bit more, and you as a driver, me as a driver, I will make more money. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll turn my Lyft app onto the Premium, and then I'll run the Uber app. If the Uber app is keeping me busy, then I'll do it like that. If the Uber app is not keeping me busy, then I'll turn my Lyft app on to accept all rides so I can keep busy. I'm not allowed to do luxury passengers with Uber because my car is not black, which is ridiculous to me, I think. You know, I don't know what the color of the car matters. I have a luxury car. It's very nicely equipped. Passengers compliment me all the time. I hear every day, this is the nicest Uber or the nicest Lyft that I've ever ridden in. So I know that my car is something that is popular with the passengers love it, but it's not black. So Uber won't let me use it for luxury passengers, but Lyft does. Again, I try to take advantage of that as best I can. The demand is not real high for luxury passengers, but if you don't have a luxury car, again, it's just about kind of being smart, deciding what you will accept and what you won't accept from both Uber and Lyft and from the passengers. So bottom line, do you want to be treated like a servant? If you think like a servant, you can think like a servant, be treated like a servant, and get paid like a servant. Or you can start to think like a boss, be treated like a boss, and get paid like a boss. So that's going to be it for this video. Again, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'd love to hear from you, so feel free to leave a comment. Let's go out there and make some trouble. Till next time.
Looking for trouble? You come to the right place. You're looking for trouble? Just look right in my face.